The silence of some people weighs more than words. There are moments when you feel an inexplicable distance coming from someone you love, even if they are by your side. Empty gazes, interrupted words, and actions that don't make sense start to become more frequent. Something seems out of place, but no one has the courage to say what is really going on. This emptiness that settles in your chest is an invisible wound, growing with each unanswered question. Time passes, and you find yourself analyzing every detail, trying to understand what has changed. Questions arise without warning. Doesn't they feel the same anymore? Or has something happened and they don't want to tell me? Anguish is a constant companion, bringing fear and insecurity. You seek answers, but all you find is silence. The lonely hours, sleepless nights, and the burden of not knowing the truth accumulate like a storm inside your heart. When someone we love begins to drift away, even silently, the signs are clear. A call that doesn't come, a message unanswered, or the feeling that, even though they are too far away. This erodes trust, creating a distance that often seems insurmountable. It is a silent, almost suffocating pain, mingling with a desire to know the truth, even if it is harsh. Loving someone who is saying goodbye, little by little, is like watching a dream unravel in slow motion. Deep down, you feel that something is about to be revealed. It's as if a shadow hangs over this relationship, bringing a weight that you cannot ignore. There is something they need to say, but they haven't found the necessary courage yet. And this weight becomes unbearable because the unknown always hurts more than the truth itself. The love that once seemed so strong, so certain, is now shrouded in mystery and fear. The truth has a force that often scares. Sometimes it comes as a whisper, other times, like a hurricane that drags everything along its path. And at that moment, the heart is torn between wanting to know and fearing what will be discovered. The fear of hearing what they do not want to hear freezes the soul, but constant silence becomes even more painful. Is he saying goodbye to me? Is a question that echoes in the mind, but few have the courage to face it. Their angels know the burden they carry. They know the hidden tears, the lonely nights, and the feeling of losing someone they still love. They see beyond what the eyes can see and understand what is kept in the heart of this person who seems to be saying goodbye. The truth, even if difficult, will be the key that will free them from this cycle of pain and doubt. Because in the end, only the truth has the power to heal what has been broken. While the answers do not come, the mind creates scenarios that hurt even more. Every silence turns into an invisible monster, fueled by their own insecurities. And yet they persist, because true love is patient, even when the soul is tired. They do not give up easily, even when everything points to an inevitable end. Hope becomes a delicate thread that they hold on to with all their strength. But for how long will they carry this burden alone? Until when will they ignore the signs and pretend that nothing is happening? Love should not be a solitary struggle. It needs to be shared, built with truth and trust. Perhaps it is time to face head-on what has been avoided for so long. Because as much as the farewell seems imminent, it may be the beginning of something new, a chance to start over with courage and clarity. The angels want you to know that nothing happens without a greater reason. Everything you are feeling right now, that pain, that confusion, is part of a process that aims to transform you. Sometimes, the greatest revelations come in the darkest moments. And what seems like an end may actually be a new disguised opportunity. Do not fear what is to come. Trust in what the universe is preparing for you. True love never completely says goodbye. Even when it seems distant, it remains, somehow, alive. But for it to endure, one must confront the truth, even if it hurts. What it needs to reveal can change everything, but only you can decide what to do with that truth. Because in the end, love always demands courage. Courage to listen, to forgive, or to start anew. This message is an invitation to open your heart and mind. To allow yourself to hear what needs to be said, even if the words come laden with pain or regret. What matters is that, after this revelation, you will find the peace you so yearn for. The truth is liberating, even when it comes with tears. It makes room for healing, for rebuilding, or if necessary, for bidding farewell with dignity. Your heart already knows the answer you seek. It has been whispering to you what is to come, but fear has silenced your intuition. Now is the time to trust in the wisdom of your heart. What it needs to reveal will demand that you be stronger than ever, but the angels are by your side, ready to guide each of your steps. You are not alone on this journey. True love doesn't need empty promises or prolonged silences. It needs honesty. And that is what is about to be placed before them. Get ready to hear what their heart already knows, but what they are afraid to admit. What they need to say may hurt, but at the same time, it will release them from the shackles of uncertainty. What comes after this will be a new chapter. And now, take a deep breath. The silence will finally be broken. The weight will be lifted from their chest, and the shadows that loomed over this relationship will begin to dissipate. Trust the process, because everything that happens, even if painful, serves a greater purpose. Real love will find a way to endure, and what is not true will fade away, making room for something better. Their angels are whispering now, "Courage, dear soul. The truth you seek is closer than you imagine." They are by their side, bringing light to what was hidden and strength to face what is to come. What they need to say will change everything, but it will also bring answers that will finally bring peace to their heart. The silence is about to end. Love is never simple, but it is always worth it. Get ready to listen, to feel, and above all, to emerge stronger. Because what seems like the end is only the beginning of a new truth. And they deserve all the clarity, all the love, and all the peace that the universe has in store for them. Unspoken words have the power to create chasms between two souls that once walked side by side. Each prolonged silence carries a weight even greater than any painful truth. They feel that something inside them has changed, but they cannot put into words what it is. They become distant, cold, and the intimacy they shared seems to be fading away. It's as if slowly they are saying goodbye, but without the courage to look into their eyes. This silent farewell hurts more than any argument. It's the feeling of losing someone without even understanding the reason. You search for clues in the details, in the small gestures and silences, trying to figure out what's going on. The truth is they need to tell you something, but they are torn between the desire to speak and the fear of the consequences. And in the meantime, you carry alone the weight of a relationship that seems to be falling apart. The angels see your pain, your attempt to keep things as they were, even when they seem already distant. They know you feel powerless in this situation. It's as if suddenly you are holding sand in your hands. The more you try to hold on, the more it slips through your fingers. The love that was once strong now seems too fragile, about to break with any wind. You deserve to know the truth, however harsh it may be. Because living in this uncertainty only makes your heart suffer even more. Sometimes, you need to face the unknown for the healing to begin. What they need to say can no longer be delayed, because silence only widens the gap between you. And the truth, even if painful, has the power to free you from this invisible prison. You have been strong for too long, carrying this relationship alone, seeking answers where there is only silence. But the angels want you to know that this struggle is not yours alone. They are also suffering, trapped in their own fears and regrets. There is something they need to say, something that consumes them inside, but they haven't had the courage to confess. And that is what is creating the distance between you. True love demands courage, and this is the moment to face everything that has been avoided. As scary as it may be, that conversation needs to happen. They need to look into your eyes and tell the truth, because only then can you move forward. Whether to rebuild what was broken or to finally say goodbye with respect and love. The important thing is that you have the answers you deserve. The signs are everywhere, the distant look, the forced smiles, the words spoken without enthusiasm. They can no longer hide what is happening inside them. Every silence carries a truth that they are afraid to admit, but needs to be revealed. Perhaps they are trying to protect you, or maybe they are just running away from their own pain. But in both cases, the result is the same: you are drifting apart. The angels whisper that the truth is the only path to healing. Painful as it may be, it brings clarity, peace, and the chance to start anew. You do not deserve to live in this shadow, carrying the weight of a farewell that has not yet happened alone. Love is light, it is truth, and that is what needs to exist between you again. This revelation, difficult as it may be, will be the first step towards something greater. Imagine the relief of finally hearing what you had already felt in your heart, but were afraid to admit. The truth may be harsh, but it liberates. It lifts the weight off your shoulders and allows you to breathe again. Because deep down, there is nothing worse than living in uncertainty, waiting for something that may never come. This moment of revelation will be a turning point in your life. They know they need to speak, but fear paralyzes them. Fear of hurting you, fear of losing what little remains, fear of facing the consequences of their own choices. But the angels are by their side, guiding them to find the necessary strength. Because only the truth can bring the peace they both need. What they have to say can change everything, but it will also be the beginning of something new. This is the time to trust the process and open the heart to what is to come. The angels are paving the way for this conversation to happen at the right moment. They know you are afraid, that your heart is tired, but they assure you that you are not alone. They are by your side, holding your hand and bringing the strength you need. Goodbye is not always the end. Sometimes it is just the beginning of a new chapter. What they need to share may seem like the end, but it may actually be a comma. Because true love is never completely lost. Even when things fall apart, love leaves marks that remain forever. And who knows, this truth may be the beginning of a new chance for both of you. Prepare yourself for this moment with courage and faith. The truth is closer than you imagine, and it will bring answers that you are seeking. Do not be afraid of what is to come, because the angels are taking care of every detail. They know what is best for you and are guiding the situation so that everything happens as it should. You are not alone. The strength you need is within you, and the angels are around you, whispering words of courage. Trust what you feel, trust your heart, and be ready to listen. Because in the end, truth always overcomes fear, and true love always finds its way. They could be saying goodbye now, but what they have to say may surprise you. Life is full of twists and turns, and what seems to be an end may be just a new beginning. Trust in what the angels are preparing for you. This revelation will be the first step towards something much bigger. Press 1 to continue. The words they keep silent are like chains that imprison them. Each day that passes without telling the truth, they carry an even heavier burden in their heart. And you feel it, even without them needing to speak. The connection between you is too strong for the signs to go unnoticed. Their eyes reveal what their mouth refuses to confess. And time seems to be running out. The love that was once so clear and vibrant now seems overshadowed by something you can't understand. It's as if an invisible wall has been erected between you. And no matter how hard you try, you can't break it down alone. They need to free themselves from the fear, guilt, or regret that consumes them. Only then can you find your way back to each other. The angels whisper that the moment of truth is near. No matter how long they try to hide it, what is kept in their heart needs to be revealed. The truth may scare them, but it's also the only path to peace. You deserve to know, deserve to understand what's happening. And deep down, they know that too. What's lacking is the courage to speak. There are moments in life when words become impossible to contain, and they are reaching that point. The weight of silence is unbearable, and with each passing day, the distance between you grows. They know they need to speak, but they fear the impact of their words. Will you understand? Will you forgive them? Or will this be the definitive end? These doubts paralyze them. But true love cannot be built on secrets. They need to be honest with you. They need to open their heart and tell you everything they've been holding back. The angels are working to make this conversation happen at the right time. They know the truth can hurt, but they also know that only it can heal. And they are more prepared than they imagine. In the meantime, they live between hope and fear. Hope that they are still by your side, that there is a future for both of you. Fear that this truth, once revealed, will change everything forever. But it is better to know than to live in uncertainty. The truth can hurt, but it also brings freedom. And they deserve to be free from this consuming doubt. The angels ask that they trust the process. They are guiding each step of this path, illuminating both their heart and theirs. This situation, however painful it may seem, has a higher purpose. There are lessons that need to be learned, and there are healings that need to happen. True love is strong enough to survive any truth. The silent farewell they fear may not be the end they imagine. Sometimes, something must break to be rebuilt in an even more beautiful way. What they need to tell may be the key to a new beginning. Perhaps they still have a path to walk together, but that will only be possible when the truth is spoken. Their heart, even if hurt, has a strength they do not imagine. And when this conversation happens, they will be ready. The angels have prepared them for this moment, strengthening their soul and bringing clarity to their spirit. No matter what he has to say, they will find a way. Be it to forgive, to start over, or to move on. They also need healing. The angels show that there is a battle happening within them. It's a fight between the love they feel for you and the fears that hold them back. Fear of hurting you, fear of losing you, fear of facing the consequences of their own choices. But the angels are by their side, whispering courage into their heart. They just need to listen. You may not realize it, but your light has been what keeps them standing. Even in the toughest moments, they look at you and see hope. They know how strong you are, how special you are. And that's why they are so afraid of losing you. The love they feel is real, but they are trapped in their own shadows. The truth will be the light that brings liberation. The moment of revelation will be tough but necessary. And the angels want you to know that they will be by your side when it happens. They are bringing calm to your heart and clarity to your mind. Because in the end, truth always prevails. And what is true will remain, no matter what happens. Sometimes, the farewell we fear so much is not really the end. It's just a pause, a moment to reflect, learn, and grow. True love withstands storms. It can be shaken, but never destroyed. What they need to share may seem like a goodbye, but it could actually be the first step towards healing for both of you. You are not alone on this journey. The angels have seen your tears, your prayers, and your efforts to keep this relationship alive. They know how much you care, and that's why they are preparing the right moment for this truth to be revealed. They want you to know that, in the end, everything will make sense. Life puts us in difficult situations, not to break us, but to strengthen us. Love requires courage, and you have that courage within you. Trust in what the angels are whispering to your heart. When they finally open their heart and tell everything, you will have the strength needed to face any truth. Silence is about to be broken. The weight will finally be lifted off both of your shoulders. And, at that moment, the healing will begin. No matter what they have to say, the angels will be there, holding your hand. They will ensure that you are not alone. The truth is the path to something greater, something yet to come. Get ready, because the revelation is near. The shadows that currently surround this relationship will be dissipated by the light of truth. And regardless of what happens, you will find the peace you are seeking. The angels are guiding you to this moment with love and protection. Trust in them. When the truth comes to light, everything will change. But this change will be necessary. Whether to start over together or to go separate ways, the important thing is that you will be free. Free from doubts, uncertainties, and fear. And above all, free to live the life you deserve. What they need to tell you may seem like the end now, but the angels know it is only the beginning. The beginning of a new chapter, filled with clarity, truth, and love. Trust the process, because you are not alone. The truth is hard, but it always brings light. Type 1 to continue. The moment is approaching, and the angels want you to be prepared. What they need to tell you carries a weight that has been slowly consuming them. They look at you and see the most important person in their life, but still, something prevents them from being completely honest. This duality haunts them, making them live between the love they feel and the fear of the consequences. Their silence speaks louder than any words. Have you ever felt the presence of something invisible between them, as if a silent barrier had been built? This barrier is not made of words, but of unspoken feelings, fears left unaddressed, and truths kept hidden. They want to free themselves from this burden, but fear that by doing so, everything you've built will crumble. Their heart is torn, and this indecision creates the distance you feel. The angels show that this truth, however difficult it may seem, has a purpose. Everything that has been hidden up to now will be brought to light, and you will have the clarity you seek. It may not be the answer you expected, but it will be the truth you need. And the truth, even if painful, has the power to heal wounds you didn't even know existed. Transformation begins the moment the truth is spoken. They carry within themselves a profound conflict, a battle between what they desire and what they believe is right. And this conflict is driving you apart more and more. But the angels assure, this truth is not the end. On the contrary, it is the beginning of something greater. Because true love weathers the strongest storms. It rebuilds itself on truth and trust, even when all seems lost. Your strength has been a guiding light for them, even if you don't realize it. In moments of feeling lost, they think of you and find solace. But this solace comes with guilt, because they know they are hiding something important. The angels ask you to prepare your heart to listen, but also to forgive. Because forgiveness will be essential, no matter what they have to say. The fear of losing them is what keeps them trapped in this silence. They believe that by telling the truth, they might push you away forever. But what they fail to understand is that the truth brings people closer, even when it seems like the opposite. It's the lack of honesty that creates irreparable distances. The angels are working so they find the courage, so they know that true love overcomes any obstacle. You deserve a love that doesn't hide, a love that faces difficulties head-on. And the angels know how patient you've been, how much you've waited for answers. They see the pain you carry in silence, but they also see the strength within you. When this truth comes to light, you will have the opportunity to choose what's best for you. The angels want you to trust the process. Sometimes, everything needs to fall apart for something new and stronger to be rebuilt. What they need to share may seem like an earthquake in your life, but the angels assure you, it will also be the foundation for a new phase, full of clarity and purpose. Nothing happens by chance, and this revelation has a greater purpose. True love demands surrender, and surrender is only possible when there is truth. They know they need to speak up, but insecurity makes them hesitate. They look at you and see someone they don't want to lose, someone they don't want to hurt. But they also know that continuing to hide the truth only makes things worse. Their silence is a prison, and they are ready to break free. This revelation will be a test for your love, but it will also be an opportunity. A chance to rebuild, to start anew, or if necessary, to go different paths. The important thing is that the truth will bring peace to both your hearts. The angels are by your side, guiding each step and strengthening you for what's to come. They assure you that you are not alone. Every tear you held back, every doubt that crossed their mind, will be answered. What they need to tell will bring clarity, even if, at first, it brings pain. Because the truth is always the shortest path to healing. And when that conversation happens, they will feel the weight being lifted from their heart. They will have the peace they long for. The angels ask you to trust their intuition. Their heart already senses what is to come, and they are more prepared than they imagine. Do not be afraid of what will be said. Face this truth with courage and faith, because the angels are by their side, taking care of every detail. Everything that is happening is part of a greater plan, a plan that will bring growth and transformation. When they finally open their heart, the pieces that now seem disconnected will start to fit together. The emptiness they feel will be filled with clarity and understanding. And regardless of the outcome, they will emerge stronger from this experience. The angels are taking care of them, preparing their heart for what is to come. Trust in the love they have for them. This truth is not a punishment, it is a liberation. It is the opportunity to close a cycle of pain and start a new chapter. Because life is made of new beginnings, and the angels want them to know that the best is yet to come. The revelation will bring light to the shadows that hover over this relationship today, and they will know what to do. They need to speak, and they need to listen. This conversation will be a turning point, but the angels assure that everything will be fine. Trust their heart, trust the signs the angels are sending. The truth may be hard, but it is the first step toward healing. And they deserve all the clarity and peace that this revelation will bring. True love is not perfect, but it is real. And what is real does not get lost, even when tested. Angels ask you to stay strong because what is to come will be a moment of transformation. They are strong, and they are by your side, holding your hand at every step of this journey. Take a deep breath and trust. What they need to tell will set both of you free. Whether to rebuild what was broken or to move forward, this truth will be the beginning of something greater. Angels assure you that you will emerge from this process stronger, wiser, and more prepared for what life has to offer. When the silence is finally broken, true love will have room to flourish. No matter what happens, angels will be by your side, guiding you in every decision. They know what you deserve, and this truth will be the first step toward a lighter and truer life. Trust in the light that the angels are bringing. Get ready to listen, to feel, and above all, to set yourself free. The truth is coming, and with it will come the peace you have been seeking. Angels are with you, lighting your path with love and protection. Press 1 to continue. The silence that was once the barrier between you two is about to be broken. The truth he carries will finally find space to be revealed. The angels show that the moment has come, and what seemed impossible will be put into words. You can feel in the air that something has changed. He is getting ready to speak, and you are about to hear what deep down you always knew. He has been carrying this burden for a long time, fearing the impact of his words. But the truth, scary as it may be, will bring relief. His heart is tired, just like yours. He knows he can't continue like this anymore, trapped in a silence that corrodes the love that still exists between you two. He needs to speak, needs to set himself and you free. And with that, you will finally have an answer. The angels ask you to take a deep breath and trust. This conversation, however difficult, will be transformative. The shadows hanging over this relationship will be dissipated, and the light of truth will bring clarity to their heart. What they have to say may hurt, but it will also be the beginning of healing. Because the truth sets them free, and it is only with it that they can move forward. The pain of the unknown is about to be replaced by the peace of understanding. There will be no more unanswered questions, nor lonely nights filled with doubts. They will finally know what is going on, and this will give them the power to choose their next step. The angels are by their side, ensuring that, no matter what happens, they will find the right path. This truth will be a test for their love. It will be a moment when everything will be put to the test. But the angels want them to remember something important. True love is resilient. It may be shaken, but not destroyed. If there is still hope, this truth will be the foundation upon which they can rebuild everything that has been broken. If, however, this truth reveals that their paths need to part ways, the angels assure you that this too will serve a purpose. Sometimes it is necessary to close a door so that another, even more beautiful one, can open. True love also knows when to let go, and the angels will be by their side, guiding them with love and compassion. Prepare for this moment with an open heart. They are stronger than they imagine, and the angels have been working to strengthen their soul. When they finally speak, they will listen calmly, with love, and with the wisdom that the angels have placed in their heart. There will be no explosions, only the sound of the truth being revealed. And with that, will come the peace they so earnestly seek. The farewell, if it happens, will be an act of love. Because true love respects, honors, and sets free. There is no room for resentment or grudges when love is genuine. The angels are whispering to their heart that everything that happens has a greater purpose. And even in the toughest moments, they never abandon you. The truth that is about to be revealed will be like a key. It will open doors that have been locked for a long time. Perhaps they will discover a new path, where love can bloom with more strength. Or maybe it's time to go in different directions, with gratitude for the moments shared and the wisdom that this experience brought. The angels assure that the future holds something beautiful for you. This is just a phase, a chapter of your story. What is to come will be full of light and new possibilities. Do not be afraid of what the truth will bring. It is a gift, even when it arrives disguised as a challenge. Trust in the plans that the angels have for you. The love you deserve will never be made of doubts or silences. It will be clear, honest, and true. The angels ask that you do not settle for less than that. This conversation will be the beginning of a new stage, a stage where you will have the peace and love you have always sought. They will be by your side at every step, bringing comfort and wisdom. When they finally say what they need to, the weight will be lifted off both of your shoulders. And at that moment, everything will make sense. You will understand that the truth was always necessary, even if it took a while to arrive. Peace will take the place of doubts, and the future will finally be in your hands. Trust, for the angels never fail. The angels ask you to remember your strength. You have overcome so many things and will continue to overcome whatever comes your way. This revelation will not be the end, it will just be a transition. A passage to something better, clearer, and more true. Regardless of what happens, you will be guided to a path of light and love. The farewell, if real, will be a respectful goodbye, filled with love and gratitude. And if it's a new beginning, it will be built with truth and trust. What matters is that finally, the shadows will dissipate and they will find peace. The angels assure that life still holds beautiful surprises for them. Believe in that. The moment is near. When they speak, listen with love and wisdom. Be ready to embrace the truth, whatever it may be. Because what is true will remain, and what is not will make room for something better. The angels are holding their hand now, whispering that they are loved, protected, and guided. Trust in them. They are not alone. When the truth comes to light, the angels will be by their side, holding them with love. Believe that this is just the beginning of something greater. Life is transforming, and so are they. Take a deep breath, trust in the angels, and be ready to listen. The truth always brings light, even when it seems dark. And now, with the courage that the angels put in their heart, prepare for this moment. It will be liberating. Tears may fall, but they will water the ground where something new will flourish. Whatever it may be, they will come out stronger, wiser, and more at peace. Trust in the angels and in themselves. What they need to tell will bring the truth they deserve. And with that truth, clarity will come that will allow them to choose the best path. The angels are preparing them for this new phase. Trust, for everything is happening as it should. They are strong, loved, and protected. And when everything finally reveals itself, remember, true love is never lost. It transforms, grows, or sometimes makes room for something even greater. Trust in the angels and the process. The best is yet to come. Enter 1 to generate one generic image, or enter where it will be set, with mystical, dreamlike, and esoteric nuances.